What's up, Equals players? Due to popular demand, I have decided to make a video on Legion Revenant. Although, I don't know if it's super valuable to do so, and I don't even think this class is very worthy to obtain, investing a lot of time, resources, when you can substitute this class in different areas where it excels with other classes, such as for farming, you can use, for example, Archfiend, or maybe whatever type of chrono classes, special classes, Master of Moglins stuff you can use instead of Legion Revenant. You also have Archmage or Arcana Invoker. Those are really good farming classes. You don't really need Legion Revenant to function. I extremely rarely use Legion Revenant for farming actually. It has to be something pretty niche, or I'm simply turning my brain off and mashing my buttons while watching something else on the second monitor. It also excels, and that's probably the biggest reason for me to actually consider getting Legion Revenant, at certain ultra fights. It can be substituted, it's not essential, but it's really good for that type of content. And Legion Revenant will always have some niche uses in the game because it brings very offensive support abilities to the table. Pretty much the highest damage endgame support that you can have, since it doesn't really heal your party or something like that like a traditional healer, it's just an offensive support, which I think is cool and unique. And it also brings decay, that is another niche that it can fill. It runs very comfortably, this type of monsters. It has not top tier survivability, but amazing survivability. So where other classes might struggle with staying alive, such as Archfiend, Legion Revenant will be able to take the blow and keep going. As far as the combos are concerned, just turn off the video right now because this class is completely brain dead, you just smash your buttons. Not exactly. I suppose you just want to reduce the dodge, then you want to use your nuke to bring it to cooldown as fast as possible, then you use Wicked Purgatory, and of course before you start the fight you buff yourself up. Not a big deal. Either way, the only other thing you have to consider about using your abilities, whenever you cast something, every single spell goes on a global short cooldown, which means that you want to prioritize your 5th, 2nd and 3rd skill over the 4th. You only cast this when you need to refresh the buff. You don't just cast it randomly and then put yourself on cooldown on every spell, reducing your overall DPS by even just a little bit. That's one optimization, does not matter that much while chilling and farming, but hey. Let's just go over the enhancements. For the weapon, Valiance is by far the best in the vast majority of scenarios. Simply speeds up your farming capabilities, does a lot of damage. The other enhancements do not increase your DPS that well. However, in ultra fights, just long fights in general, you can run Ravenous. Ravenous is probably the best enhancement in the game overall, I would say. I just love this enhancement. Very powerful. Of course, you can swap to some more supportive enhancements, because Legion Revenant is usually not the primary damage dealer. Although in some cases it can be. This class still does a lot of DPS. It's just not good for soloing. Never use Legion Revenant for soloing. You should look to have a better option. For the helmet, I'll just go Neoma Clairvoyance always, unless I really need more survivability, then I switch to Wizard. The DPS increase from these things, since it's a caster class with offensive caster profile, just want that intellect building up. For the cape, I'll just take Vainglory for my damage, but if I really need to survive, simply go Wizard. If it's really hard content, take a little Penitence, not a big deal. And of course, the armor is gonna be Wizard as well. That's it guys, let me know in the comments below, do you have Legion Revenant? Do you think it's worth getting? How do you feel about it? Do you actually use it that often? Personally, I don't use Legion Revenant very often. I mostly use it simply for ultra fights if nobody else has Legion Revenant, and we simply have to get that class to round up our team comp. Let's nuke these mobs one more time. Thanks for watching. See ya guys. Bye bye.